Tactic number 4 is simply making concessions. I have found making concessions to be one of the most powerful tools in lowering the temperature of a conversation to something that's more comfortable, that probably ever. It's probably the number one tool for me in lowering the temperature that I've found so far. And this is simply telling people when they're right. If their goal is to score points, you can let them score points, and then you can also win your goal. People are trying to score points. Give them the points that they've earned. One of those things is earnestly listening, and the other one is telling them when they're right. And as soon as they see that I'm willing to admit when they're right, everything changes. Concessions, in my opinion, look like, oh, that's a really good point. Actually, I agree with you on that. Actually, you're right on that. All right? So just admitting when they've made a good point. For most people, this is an even deeper one, more gratifying to them, is when you tell them, actually, you're right on that. That is correct. And I agree with you, right? In conversations that are tense, I'm looking for opportunities to tell people when they're right. I'm also looking for opportunities to tell people when I am wrong. But then there's also, if I said something and then we've chewed on it a little bit, I like to go back and be like, hey, you just raised a really good point, and I actually think I was wrong earlier. Based on what you just said, you've got me thinking, and I think I was wrong. And when someone's actually made a good enough point that it should change my mind, I like to make a concession on that. That's a really good point. These concessions are valuable because they showcase that you are operating in good faith, that you're actually trying to have this conversation in real time because you actually care about the conversation, and they show that you're not trying to demonize the person you're talking to. So, if you actually want somebody to come to your side, to your way of thinking, your goal is actually to persuade them, then you cannot demonize them. You cannot say that they're terrible. You cannot say that they're evil. You cannot call them bigoted and racist and fascist and woke and whatever insults you want to throw at people to try to offend them. It won't work. If the goal is actually to persuade, a much more useful tool towards persuasion is concession. Oh, I don't know the answer. Concessions are really, really powerful. You have the concessions of your own shortcomings, but also concede when they're right. When they say something that's true. When they say something you agree with. When they say something, even if you disagree with it, but it's a really good argument. You can tell them that. That's actually a really, really good argument. Actually, that's probably the best argument for that view I think I've ever heard. I still think I disagree with you. Can I share with you why? Things like that, right?